Kalimera, and thank you for the invitation. I'm trying to be brief. I'm a primary school teacher in a school that welcomes children between 3 and 10 years old. My school is in the city in the city center of Lisbon, and we have children with more than 7 nationalities. When we talk about hate speech, my first focus is on prevention, strategies that prepare their children to deal with the phenomenon, and that makes them think, discuss, and talk about it. And for that, I chose books. And it's about a project that we apply at my school that I want to tell you about it. Children's literature as a resource to prevent and combat hate speech. How can hate speech prevention and combat be explored within the scope of human rights through children's literature? These are some of the objectives. For me, it's important that in a culturally underprivileged context, reading is a key support for the acquisition of linguistic skills. And literature for the early childhood enables the development of the ability to communicate with other cultures and set of alternative values. The children is made aware of the positive existence of difference. Literature can be a powerful force in our lives. It can make us think, question, challenge, and seduce us, but it can also allow us to feel emotions, and by traveling through the countless and mysterious forests of fiction, help us discover new and interesting things, including in diverse viewpoints compared to our own. From this perspective, it is deeply enriching, humanizing experience that can change us forever. Hate speech. What is hate speech? It corresponds to any negative comment against a group or individual and his behavior based on prejudice that disseminates, fosters, promotes, or justifies hatred. Is based upon identity characteristics such as ethnic origin, nationality, religion, gender, sexual orientation, and disability, is regarded as a fundamental behavior of further attitudes and misconceptions that can lead to serious offensive practice, namely hate crimes. We wish schools that plan tasks to educate youngsters on human rights, elaborate curricular modules that introduce and strengthen competence on anti-discrimination and anti-racism by developing suitable didactic materials such as fiction books and other manuals. Contribute that youth, upon completely compulsory education, should be citizens who value and respect human dignity, show solidarity to others, and appreciate the cultural diversity around them. My pedagogical intervention, this is an activity that started in my classroom. The topic was prevention and combat of hate speech, understanding and interpreting. Around these worlds, prevention and combat of hate speech, we request from the children to talk about it and tell us what they thought it was. In this stage of the activity, the following statements were collected. Words of the children. My dad was on the subway and saw a man insulting a woman, and my dad went to defend the woman. Stand for people, protect a person suffering from racial hatred, be positive, show kindness, protect others, not using hate speech and protecting others, help protect people who are suffering. We read 5 stories, those ones that I presented. Orelhas de Borboleta, Aventureira Marielle e o Dia da Fotografia, Oliver Button é uma menina, Cândido and Discórdia. This last one, Discórdia, is a disagreement. Discordia in English, it's disagreement. Disagreement is a visual narrative about the polarization of opinions in today's world and the need to build bridges of understanding that help us living in community. It all begins with a small disagreement which escalates into a deafening crescendo, dragging along intransigent supporters from both sides until it becomes an irreconcilable dispute where no arguments prevail. Does the loudest voice win, or do we all lose? During and after the research, the children underwent interventions that align with respect and initiative towards the fulfillment and enjoyment of human rights, as well as the awareness of attitudes that not correspond to the mobilizations of these rights. This same awareness stems from the exploration of children's literature books selected for this purpose. About the results, I want to tell you that these children are now teenagers, these children of that class, and they continue to study in my group of schools. They are students of my fellow teachers with whom I share teaching, learnings, methodologies, and strategies, and they always visit us on those visits. Our primary school, and they are now friends of our primary school students, and it's possible for us to be with them and to know what they have learned about human rights and about all of these topics discussed with us. What also helped a lot in researching and introducing the topic and talk about the problems, in fact, is that I'm a Black immigrant female teacher. The issue of representation is very important. It's very important for me in addressing hate speech, but it's very important for the students. Especially for the students, because I'm not the role model Portuguese teacher, so that allows the students to have really contact with the diversity of our society, who we are. It represents the place of speech, not having someone else speaking for me. And I can be able to talk about my problems with the children and make them respect my point of view as I respect them. And now we are going to see. This is a campaign that we made in last year. In Portugal. It names Radica. It's a campaign of education for anti-racism. The Radica model serves as an effective framework for anti-racist education, particularly in the context of training oriented towards tackling children's issues within the Portuguese context. Sorry, my English. I speak French. So it's very difficult for me with some words, but I think you will understand. And now, escape. You will not see the. We don't have the sound, but we do have the subtitles. This campaign passed on the metro stations and on the TV. And it was very important for us because it was prepared with the students along 1 year, written by them, discussed by them, and teachers, actors, musicians, Portuguese musicians, Afro-descendants, were invited to make part of them and talk with that children about all that hate speech that affects migrant communities and Afro-descents at the moment in Europe and then especially in Portugal, my country now. Thank you.
As pessoas assumem a branca o normal. E é isso que marginaliza tanta gente. Isso tem tudo a ver com o colonialismo. Claro que sim. Jamais definido a história. Tudo o que conhecemos aqui é discriminação racista. Chamemos as coisas pelos nomes porque verdadeiramente antirracista.
Thank you very much, Ariana. We really appreciated your intervention.